Hey everybody here, this is Getmegreek and welcome to my channel. Today we'll be watching Temuera Morrison never ever wore a physical clone trooper armor before. So let's get to it.
Spare any credits. Help a veteran get a warm meal.
You know, I had to say something. When I saw this episode, I was like, holy crap, wait a minute, is this CGI? Is he actually there in that armor? His face looks so distinctive. And I just couldn't believe it with my own eyes. But soon I found out this is actually Temuera Morrison in his actual armor, which is pretty cool.
You must be very proud.
Cool effects. Was that your first time in physical clone trooper armor?
Yes, it was actually. I thought that was the best thing in the whole show, that little cameo. It wasn't quite long enough for me, but...
He seems very happy to be back with us.
There were howls of excitement, so I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed coming into The Mandalorian and part of that whole entry and the way Boba turned up, the way Robert directed it. It sort of brought a little bit more excitement, and it's kind of ignited a lot of the fans from, because the re-emergence of it, but...
I have to say something. When the first three original film came out, The New Hope, The Empire Strikes Back, The Return of the Jedi, Boba Fett was like one of the most underdog, most coolest character in cinema history. He has like a few dialogues, a few minutes of screen time somewhere between those three films. He was in the first film, but there were some deleted scenes. But the real point is, they made toys, they made comic books, they made so many things. George Lucas actually underestimated this character. And then, soon after, the franchise began to blow up. It's a pretty cool story.
Hold on. This whole operation was your idea.
It's a lot better being in my own kind of armor, having that history with Commander Cody and the clone troopers and all of that. So, and for the first time I remember... George telling some of the special effects guys, well, if they took their helmet off and they're all in the background, well...
If I pause this for a second, you can tell some faces in the background's a little bit different from his. But, again, 2002, 2005, there were green screen and blue screen. The technologies are a little bit complicated about them, but I can understand the little complication.
Is your father here?
Yep.
They got to look like me as part of the clone army, so it was quite funny how they use they'd use the off takes, or when I sort of cut and I'd be sort of just looking like this and having a bit of a break, and they'd take that little moment and stick it on one of the clone bodies.
I thought that
take
scene was
little
really
moment.
cool.
And there were even
I didn't know this was actually CGI until many years later.
Looking like this in between the takes, and they'd use these little bits, so never actually having to wear the costume was a buzz, and that's the only time I got to wear it was in that little cameo appearance. And I thought Obi-Wan was just fantastic. The music, and I thought Ewan's performance, just the maturity in his performance was just great. And it was like watching Clint Eastwood in Unforgiven in a way, but just a wonderful performance by Ewan and the incoming cast that they had there. I really enjoyed it. And especially that little moment I had with my hair and beard growing out a little bit. And
Alright, so yeah, like I said, I am so happy that Temuera Morrison is back in the Star Wars family. And the prequels where he presented as Jango Fett, the clone troopers. And I was like, you know what? He has to come back. He had to. And then that Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 1, at the very end, he was on the cliff. And I was like, no, it cannot be. And when he turned around, I jumped right on my couch. And I just hit the floor. And I can tell my neighbors was a little bit upset. But hey, it was worth it, the excitement. So yeah, I just want to thank you guys for watching. And this is Getmegreek. I'll see you guys later.